One of the things that we are going to do is run some LEDs in these integrated bumper mounts. So Axial hooked us up with some lenses for both front and rear, and my goal is to run some integrated LEDs kind of built into the chassis without a light controller, and hopefully stash all those wires inside the frame rail. So I think we're going to try to move on to that. And we're going to be using a universal LED headlight and taillight kit from Proline. And what I'm trying to do by drilling a hole through here is so that I can actually run this LED to the other side underneath the bumper tuck without cutting. Get the wires all tucked in, and then get this one here and get those wires back taut like this, so that I can try to kind of stash this wiring, something like that. And that's what we're trying to do. So by drilling these two holes, we can run one LED string through those holes, come back through, and then I can figure out some zip ties or maybe some Gorilla Tape and tuck these wires down in. Always kind of debate on whether I should glue these lenses in or not, and I've found that when I don't glue them in, I end up losing them on the trail. This is a little view of the bottom right here. And just using some Gorilla Tape to hold everything in place. And we have all of the chassis lights are running to the B channel on the receiver, and I have one servo extension coming off of channel 3 that I am planning to use to control the light controller. Now that we got the light buckets tackled on the chassis side, I think it's probably time to go ahead and do some lights on this body. So one of the cool things about these Axial bodies is that they come with buckets, and they actually came back in the day with these injection molded pieces. Pretty cool to have some injection molded buckets. We're gonna go ahead and bust out that LED controller, mount that up, and see if we can get some lights mounted in here. On the included parts tree that Axial hooks you up with, which is AX31389, we're going to be using these two brackets right here, which are intended for the front light buckets. Alright, so we got all of those side panel trims off, and we made some little templates, and I want to try to do some wood grain. We got that Proline crawler interior all hacked up and installed so that it's going to make clearance for all the fenders, and body fits on nicely. So we're going to take this interior out, hit it with a coat of some of this polycarbonate Tamiya PS5 black, and then on the bottom side we're going to hit it with a coat of some Rust-Oleum truck bed coating. So now that I got this interior kind of mocked up, I'm just kind of looking around at where I can try to figure out how I can get some attachment points in here. And I'm just kind of looking around, and I think I'm just going to run some Velcro. Just peep with everything kind of together and make sure everything fits.